Hello, Roger Cuthbert here. Welcome to week 2 results of the H&DPS District Photographic Society's In Isolation competition. As a clue to this week's theme, I wonder if you recognise the music playing in the background. Well, it's taken from a film called The Tiger Came to Tea, an adaptation of the book by Judith Kerr, and this track is called, rather appropriately, In the Cupboard. So yes, this week's theme is Found in My Cupboard. Sit back and relax as we run through all of the submitted entries. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Our judge for week 2 is the same as week 1, Jill Beckett, the H&DPS District Photographic Society chairperson. And to save you from listening to my voice again, our guest voiceover speaker this week reading Jill's judging comments is none other than Charlotte Cuthbert, another family affair.
Yet again, a very big thank you to everyone who took part in our cupboard search. It has been very revealing finding out what you all keep in the back of your cupboards, what strange things we do all hang on to. All great imaginative shots here. Picking a winner from these has been no small task. As for the last round, I've made some comments on the entries. Of course, as I said last time, they are just my thoughts, so please feel free to completely disagree. Last time I pointed out which were my images. This time I've decided not to tell you, but please be assured I haven't included them in the actual competition. Again, I'm reviewing them in alphabetical order according to the image title. So, sit back and be amazed by the things your fellow HDPS members keep. Apple peeler and Cora. We start with a very strange looking object, to my eyes anyway. An apple corer? Really? I can't quite imagine using it. I can safely say I've never seen anything like it. I'd love to know how it works. It's well taken and the neutral background means we can concentrate on the object. Would I have preferred a more straight-on angle rather than taken from above? Not sure. Intriguing image. Beans means... ... So, you're the one that was panic buying all the beans. Love the way this one was taken. Very well composed, framed, and also well lit. The image does need the key line, and you've used the correct colour and width for it. Really like this one. Bijou accommodation. Well, what things to find in a cupboard. I completely enjoyed this image. It really made me laugh. They seem very happy in there. Maybe they were pretending to be Harry Potter. Absolutely brilliant idea and a very fun image. Busted. Not quite sure my dull brain understood the title of this one. Perhaps the author can explain it sometime. Okay, I get the bus bit. Anyway, really fun image and very colourful. It's very well put together and well taken. I suspect it may have taken some time to set up. Everything is precisely placed, not as easy as it looks. You may have the entire stock of 35mm film in the world. Cameraman. My dad used to have one of these cameras years ago. I can remember him using it. He didn't look anything like your model though. Another really fun shot. Like the texture type background and the colours all work well. Imaginative picture, really enjoyed it. His arms aren't long enough to take the picture. Cooks in the cupboard. I like the atmospheric aged feel of this image. The sepia tone is perfect for it. Some of these flavourings look like they may have been around for a while, although that may just be the treatment you've used. I actually like the use of depth of focus on this shot. It adds to the old feel somehow. Only slight issue is the label on the jar is a bit over bright on my image screen. Cupcake cases and string. What amazing use of colour and pattern. I just love the abstract feel of the image. If I were you, I'd try it without the white plastic clip, if that's what it is, and actually the string. They could be easily cloned out. It might just add to the effect of the image, which is fabulous. Dad's old table lighter. What an amazing thing. I love the fact that it looks like it's seen better days. It definitely looks like it's been in the back of a cupboard for some length of time. It's very well taken. I want to pick up and investigate it. Dolly. What is it about some dolls that make them look so creepy? I don't mean this as a criticism. I apologise to the author here if you didn't intend it to look creepy, but it does look it to me. The eyes are very staring, and the cheeks are very red all over. I'm kind of glad you didn't have her looking directly into the camera. Love the use of colour and the flowers. Hats from around the world. This shot takes me back to the darkroom days, doing black and white prints under a red light. The use of colour is very effective, giving it almost a negative feel. I really like the composition and don't mind that some of it is a bit on the bright side. A really original image. I really must get out more. So, this is after 4 weeks in isolation, just one tin left. I love the simplicity of this image. That with the lighting and the colours really works for me. I really like the angles and the wood grain and also the key line. It's altogether a very strong composition. Well done. In the medicine cupboard. Another good old effect image here. Is there something you're telling us in the fact that the main piece of focus is on laxative pills? Again, very effective use of sepia toning. Just a slight tone which really works well. Again, I think it's a good use of depth of focus. Instant chips. A very clever, well thought out image. Brilliantly taken, very well lit, and fun. Every aspect has been well constructed. Wish it was that easy to make chips though, as I'd keep them in my cupboard. A great shot. Ironing board. And now for something completely different. This almost looks creepy to me. A very effective pattern shot, and I love the fact it's mono. It's all about the impact, so I don't mind that the depth of focus is narrow as it adds to the effect. Very well seen. Non-compliance. Another really fun image. Very appropriate piece of storytelling. I think the poster type effect works well. I don't know how you did the background, but it's great. The whole image reminds me rather of the artwork in an old set of travel books that my grandfather used to have. Odd one out. Really nice idea and very well taken. A really good and different pattern picture. It wouldn't have dawned on me to look at my towels. I very much like the colours and the odd one out. I have to say your cupboards are much tidier than mine. Oh dear. I have to say I was expecting more images of loo rolls in this round. Maybe you're all saving this for round 3. Yes, enjoyed this one. The last loo roll in the UK. Like the fact that it's mono. That works. I just might have tried a more straight-on angle. Old potpourri dead wasp. A lovely piece of tabletop photography here. Every element works and complements the others. The background is great and the muted colour palette is also great. It's perfectly lit and I love the use of the key line. A truly lovely image. Oxo pyramid. From hoarding beans to hoarding oxo cubes. Love the composition and use of colour here. This is another shot that I suspect was harder to get right than it looks. All the oxo wrappings are lined up perfectly. I wonder how many cubes you had to amass to make it work. I really liked this one. Peeping Ben. A very different idea of what to find in a cupboard. Another shot I really enjoyed. It's been handled really well. Just showing the one eye is very clever. It lends an almost psycho shower moment to the image. Well done on getting something completely different. Pickled people. From peeping Ben to pickled people. Well, certainly an odd thing to find in your food cupboard. I quite like the grainy texture used in the shot. There's a bit of a bright spot on the nose of the main pickled person, but other than that, well taken. Post-spring clean. From a grainy cupboard to a beautifully clean one. No dead wasps here. There is a lovely composition and the sepia tones really work. A very pleasing image. Sorry, blue bottle. I love the colours in this. The bottle is lovely and the diffused blues behind it are great. It may be my eyes. I don't see things in straight lines, so apologise if I'm wrong. But the bottle does look very slightly on the wonk to me. Also, I was wondering if there was any way of softening the hard line between the wall and the surface the bottle is standing on. That having been said, I do really like it. Seen better days. Yes, really liked this one. Bless him, he does look like he's seen better days. Or maybe we should say that in his earlier life he was very well loved. I like the background. It helps the feel of having known better, and the colour palette is great. I want to give him a hug. The candle cupboard. Not sure I'd light a candle in any of my cupboards. Quite an atmospheric shot. Makes me think of a séance. Could maybe have been lined up a little more evenly. The last owner used it as a wardrobe. This is just so clever. I'm just waiting for Mr. Tumnus to appear. Maybe that's his footprint next to the vacuum cleaner. Okay, it can't be. He didn't wear any shoes. Very original and a completely different take on the cupboard theme. Great imagination and really well put together. The rainbow from cotton reels. Very inventive and effective. A really original and impactful image. Love the patterns and the colours. My only, and it is very slight, comment is the red line at the top has a bit of a harsh edge. It doesn't quite look in keeping with the rest of the image to me. Still really admired the shot though. Trompe l'oeil. Yet another really clever picture. Intriguing mystery kind of shot, and again, great use of colour. My eye does tend to go straight to the brass lock rather than the violin. Still a really good image. Where's that damn cat gone? We finish with a really fun story. As someone with 2 cats, I know they get up to this sort of thing. It's a simple image, but it just works on every level. I just hope it doesn't give my cat any ideas. So, here are all the entries for this week. To sum up, round 2 brought out some incredibly inventive shots and some very different subjects. Thank you for all sharing the contents of your cupboards with us. Again, I found it very difficult to decide which one to pick. Eventually I got it down to 4 images, but even that was hard. The 4 were I Really Must Get Out More, Old Potpourri Dead Wasp, The Last Owner Used It as a Wardrobe, and Where's That Damn Cat? After much deliberation, the round 2 winning image is Old Potpourri Dead Wasp. While all the other 3 were fantastic, this picture is a truly stunning piece of tabletop photography. So, Lorraine gets this week's chocolate. Oh, on to round 3, which Ruth is going to judge for us. Keep 'em coming, folks.
Okay, so there we go. Well done everyone that entered, another great set of images, and thanks again to Jill for her judging and her comments, and of course thank you to Charlotte for her commentary. Don't forget to check out the bloopers on the last screen, just for your enjoyment. There's a few more this week. Take care everybody. Sit back and relax as we run through the blur. As with our first week's competition, our judge this week is again Jill Beckett, our blur, 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 blur. As with week one, our
It has been very revealing. What? Why are you making a sound? Did I say something wrong? Don't laugh at me! Don't laugh at me. Apple peeler and Cora. We start with a very strange looking object. Bijou accommodation. Well, what things to find a cupboard? No, I think that's meant to say in a cupboard. Sorry, we need to do this again. I can't read. Oxo pyramid? Is that meant to say pyramid or perhaps? Oh, perhaps that's. Oh no, it doesn't say that, but it can say that. But it. Old potpourri. What was it again? Old potpourri dead wasp. A lovely piece of tabletop photography. Oh, it is actually lovely. Sorry. Right. A lovely piece of tabletop photography here. Every element works and complements the others. The background is great and the muted colour palette is also great. It's lovely. Oh, oh no, it's not. It's perfectly lit and I love the use of the keyline. A truly lovely image. Trompe l'huile. L'huile. L'huile.
We'll have to ask Mother.
L'huile. It's probably l'huile. Trompe l'huile. No, let's just Google it. Trompe l'oeil. Trompe l'oeil. Yet another really clever picture. Intriguing mystery kind of shot, and again, great use of colour. My eye does tend to go straight to the brass lock rather than the violin. Still a really good image. That's so mean. I definitely said it almost like that.
That's it, folks. See you next time.